For this particular hot oil treatment, I'm going to be only using 2 ingredients. It's going to be my castor oil, and that is the Now Solutions castor oil, as well as the coconut oil, the Simply Nature organic coconut oil. Okay, so what I'm going to do is take a spoonful of coconut oil, and right now it's in the solid form because it's cool in my home, but if my house was warmer it would be in the liquid form. So either way, liquid form or solid form, you're still going to do a spoonful. And for the castor oil, I'll do the equal parts of castor oil for yet another spoonful. So now I have the full castor oil and coconut oil mix, and what you want to do is swirl it around just enough for it to mix, just a bit. And I'm actually going to wipe this on my finger and put it on my hair now so we don't waste any of the product. So whenever I'm doing a hot oil treatment, I actually like to use a hot cup, almost boiling cup of water, to then place my coconut oil and castor oil mixture in to warm it up. So now I will just let the bowl of coconut oil and castor oil mix sit in the cup of hot water so it can melt. And if you want to help it along, you can take a spoon and stir it until it is all the way melted, but I'll just do it the lazy way and just let it sit there so it can go ahead and melt. Once it melts, I'll come back and show you guys the full mixture. Okay, so I have finished warming up the actual coconut oil and castor oil. So now you have the actual oil fully melted, ready to apply to scalp. So now I will go ahead and apply this to my scalp and hair and show you that in the next clip. Okay, I'll see you in a moment. Okay, so now it's time for me to go ahead and do the application of the hot oil. Okay, so this is the hot oil mix right here. It's pretty warm to touch. So what I want to do first is go ahead and apply it to my scalp. So I want to get right into my scalp and rub and massage. So this should be a soft, relaxing massage. You're not being rough, you're just actually rubbing it right into your scalp. This gets the blood flow going, as well as adding that moisture and nutrients to your roots. Now this is a hot oil treatment and a prepoo. So if you wanted to, you could put the hot oil in a squeeze bottle and apply it directly to your scalp. I like to do it this way because I am ensuring full coverage of my scalp with the oil, in addition to getting the scalp massage at the same time. So after I get my scalp fully saturated, I will now begin to add it to my actual hair itself. Right now I am not detangling my hair as much as I am actually just applying the oil. Once I let this sit for the next 20 minutes or so, I'll come back and then I'll start the detangling. After the oil has kind of saturated and soaked into my strands to help ease with the detangling itself. Okay? So again, I'm making sure every strand is coated, and what's really helpful is that the oil itself is warm. So as you're applying it, you can feel the difference between the coolness of your hair and the warmness of the oil to make sure that section got the oil or not. So after this, you have two options that you can do. Like I said, I'm going to go ahead and let it sit for about 20 minutes or so while I eat dinner. But if you want to leave this on overnight and shower in the morning while washing your hair, you can do that. If you want to go ahead and just let the oil sit, braid your hair, and leave it on for an even more extended period of time, maybe for the whole weekend, you can do that. That's the good part about these natural oils, that you can leave them on for an extended period of time without it hurting your hair. So I can feel that there's a section in the back here that didn't get it, so I'm just going to reach in there, make sure it gets coated. And as you can see, you can kind of start seeing the full coating of my hair. I like to use all the oil. Again, I have very thick, dense hair, so for me, the more the better, to ensure every strand is covered. So all I'm going to do now is a nice secondary scalp massage. And I am going to follow that up with adding on an actual shower cap. So to go ahead and let the oil penetrate even more, go ahead and apply a cap. What I like also about hot oil treatments, it doesn't matter if you have African American hair. Oh, I just ripped it. Doesn't matter if you have African American hair, Caucasian, Asian, Hispanic, Indian. Hot oils work on all different types of hair, including if your hair is chemically treated, if your hair is natural, if your hair is in that transitional phase between the two states. Your hair will love this no matter what. Now, I like to wear hats in addition, so you can then follow this up by wrapping your hair up in a towel or a t-shirt or something that gives you an even more layer of heat. Some people will sit under a blow dryer, a sit down dryer, or blow dry their hair to add even more heat. Not blow dry your hair, but blow dry around the plastic. What I'm going to do is just add my hat. And this is kind of difficult when you have an afro versus when you have your hair just in braids, like I normally do. Okay, so let's see if we can get this. Okay, we want to make sure this stays covered. I've also seen a lot of girls do double layer of bags. So if you want to do 2 caps on top, especially if your afro is bigger than mine and you have it in an afro instead of actually, okay. So if your afro is bigger than mine, you may want to consider braiding it down, corn rolling it down, or going ahead and put it on multiple layers. You can also use a trash bag or a grocery bag. So before I invested in just buying a whole pack of plastic caps, I would only use grocery store bags, like Walmart bag, Kroger bag, things like that. So if you go back to my older videos, you'll always see me with a plastic bag versus a cap. So I knew that I like to deep condition a lot, and I wanted something that I didn't need to tie. So I just went ahead and bought a whole bunch of these, which, I mean, they're super cheap, right? So anyways, so I'm going to go ahead and eat dinner, and then I'm going to leave this on for 20 minutes. Now, again, you can leave this on overnight and wash your hair in the morning, or you can leave this on for, like I am, 20 minutes, an hour or more, maybe even the whole weekend, and then wash your hair out. But why I like to do a hot oil treatment is because it adds all these oils and nutrients to your hair, but then you will eventually wash it out because you put so much oil on there that you don't want to be walking around with that much oil, only for purposes of not getting oil on everything and people touching your hair, and then they get oil on your you get oil on them, you get oil in your car seat, everything like that. But it doesn't hurt your hair because it actually adds nutrients. And even for me, I have a dry scalp, so this helps me with my dry scalp. I have dry hair, so this helps me with my dry hair. Okay, so that is the end of my DIY hot oil treatment with the castor oil and the coconut oil. So if you guys have any questions, go ahead and leave it down below. I will have another video on how I actually then go ahead and detangle and deep condition my hair for an even more spa-like treatment for my hair. Okay, so I will see you guys in the next video. Happy hair journey. God bless. Okay, so it's been 20 minutes and now I want to show you what my hair looks like after the fact of the prepoo hot oil treatment. So as you can see, it has absorbed into my hair and now it's softer and fluffier, and now it's time for me to go ahead and do my actual deep conditioning and detangling session. And so go ahead and head to the next video so you can check that out. Otherwise, I'll see you guys in the next video. Happy hair journey and have a blessed day.